All right. Hey, guess what? We're live. All right. No cuts, no edits. We are real, like a real class. Oh my goodness, now I gotta put this down here. All right, here's what I started to say. Give yourself the next 60 minutes. The next 60 minutes on your mat, it goes by really fast. I promise, it does go by fast. If you do that, you're gonna feel much better. You're gonna feel much stronger than you do right now. Get strong and stay strong. It's so important. Muscle builds confidence and it builds resilience. And I'm not talking the He-Man kind of strength, you know, bulging biceps and all that. I'm talking functional strength, the functional strength that you need to do all the things you want to do, to keep moving, to be flexible, to be stable. Oh, that's so important. Need to be more stable so you can live your best life off of your mat. And that's what we're here to do. I'm Jan. This is 316 Yoga. This is your yoga from home. You're going to do it your way. No competition, no commute, nothing. It's just real. It's your classroom. I come to you. You come to me. We work together to do a safe practice, to do an efficient practice, to improve your body, and to just have some fun. Okay, bottom of the screen said, Do what's right for your body. Don't hurt yourself. If something hurts, don't do it. Don't do it. Stop doing it. Take it. There you go. There's welcome to your yoga. We'll get there. All right. So you do what's right for your body. Don't hurt it. If something hurts, back out of it. Don't do it. Take it to a lesser percentage. I say it all the time. Let the yoga meet you exactly where you are. And if that means today you're doing your yoga in a chair, A+ on you. If that means you skip some poses, that's fine. If it means you take a pose to just 10%, it's all good. Stay strong. Stick with us for the hour, as long as you can. All right, let's go. All right, adjust your pace. We talked about all that. Here's the word I want you to think about today, and it's countdown. And you know, the clock is ticking. And don't think, oh my gosh, the clock is ticking. Yeah, that too. But the focus here is getting through the practice. Time goes by fast. It really does. Do what you can with what you got, and before you know it, it's done. Isn't that the truth? All right, the hard part's showing up. Let's go. Grab your props, a couple of yoga blocks, have some water. Maybe you'll use a strap. Maybe you'll use a chair. Come on up to standing. Make it work for you. That's the big thing. All right, make it work for you. Let's check out where you are. Scale of 1 to 5, 1 to 10, what's your stress number? Hi, Dwayne. I can see you in the camera. All right. On a scale of 1 to 5, 1 to 10, where are you? How do you feel right here in this moment? Give it a number, and let's begin with our feet. Place your hands on your hips. Elbows back, shoulders down. Feet a little wider than hip width distance. Take a deep breath in. And a deep breath out as you settle into your mat. Let's warm up. All right, come on up onto your toes. Feet and ankles, so important. We start from our foundation. We work big muscles, then we get smaller, and we all work together for that which is good in our bodies. All right, here's the deal. Your feet are your foundation. A lot of times we do toes pose and ankle pose to strengthen the feet. Apparently, like 80% of your proprioception is in your feet and your ankles. So important to lift your feet, to use your feet, to move your feet, and have that strength in your feet and ankles, especially as we get older. All right, so you're lifting up, keeping the heel behind your toes. Don't let your heels splay out to the sides or collapse in. Try to keep that heel back. Use a chair, no problem. Keeping your balance with a chair, totally good. Chest is lifted, that confidence pose. Yoga makes you more confident and resilient. Enjoy it, capitalize on it. All right, so you're strengthening your calves and your ankles. Breathe here. In through the nose, out through the mouth. And as you're ready, come on down. Come onto the heels, lift your toes up and give them a wiggle. Plant your feet solidly on your mat. Maybe bring your feet in a little bit. Lift your arms up to the sky. A bend in the elbows might feel right for you. Interlace your fingers, palms go high. Let's move the spine sideways. So lateral flexion of the spine in your gentle palm tree pose. Little sways here and there. Maybe really stretch it out. Maybe really reach the arms. It's up to you. What feels good for you, that's all that matters, is what feels good for you. Every little bit of movement is better than no movement at all. We're designed to move. Do it. Put a smile on your face too. All right, so top shoulder, keep it back. Chin, keep it away from your chest. Gentle palm tree. Sign it out through your mouth, letting it go. Come back to the midline of your body. Lift your arms high up to the sky. Take a big breath in. As you exhale, float your arms down. Place your hands to your low back. Fingers can be down or fingers can be pointed up. Oh, that's a lot harder. And then send your hips forward as you look up to where the ceiling and the wall meet, or look directly overhead, pushing your hips forward. Breathe, little baby back bend. And inhale, back up to a natural position with shoulders over hips. Exhale, fold forward. Let it go. All right, take this slowly. Let the arms hang down by your sides. That'll allow gravity to help you with this pose. Let gravity help for once. All right, your chin is tucked towards your chest, the crown of your head toward the earth. A little bend in your knees might be just the ticket to make this pose accessible to you. Fingers reach toward the earth. They don't have to touch. Doesn't matter. Chin toward the chest, crown of the head toward the earth. Decompress your spine. Breathe in. Big audible breath out. Sweep your arms up. Come on back up to your extended mountain pose. Breathe. Chi out your arms, float them to the sides, palms face down, draw little arm circles on the side of your room. As you're doing that, maybe put a bend in your knees. Hands come down, knees bend. Maybe big arm circles, maybe small arm circles, it's all good. Maybe a big bend in your knees or a little bend, it's all good. Take your arm circles in the opposite direction and breathe. Wake up your shoulders. Wake up your knees. Let's finish here. Come back to your extended mountain. Lift your arms high. We'll do that a lot. Breathe in. Let your arms float down by your sides. Let your shoulders be away from the ears. Hands down by your sides. Big coat swing. Twist and look over one shoulder and twist and look over the other shoulder. Arms are loose, touching your backside and your hip. Maybe challenge your balance a little bit more by closing your eyes or not. Totally your call. And if you're seated in a chair, you can do this twist too. Use the sides of that chair to hold on to allow you to deepen that twist. Breathe. Most important part. Breathe in, breathe out. And let your breath be an indicator of if you're working too hard. If your breath becomes shallow or you want to hold your breath, you're working too hard. Back out of it a little bit. Let's finish up in our big coat swing. Come back to your mountain pose. Mountain pose. Arms down by your sides, palms forward. Pinkies are kind of touching your hips. Shoulders are back and down. Maybe close your eyes. Take a breath in. And a deep breath out. Root into the earth. Lift your arms up to the sky to come into your extended mountain pose. Take a big breath in. And a big sighing breath out. Another big breath in. Reach your fingers high. Exhale, hands to prayer center. Maybe eyes are closed. This is where you can create your little mantra for today. Fill in the blank. I am, fill in the blank. What are you? Make it positive. I am cheerful, maybe. I am strong. I am ready. Make it a positive statement. Big breath in. Big sighing breath out. When you're ready, fold forward and release your hands toward the earth. Bend in the knees if you like, ragdoll pose. Wiggle your knees, no reason to stress out here. Take your hands to opposite elbow creases, toe heel your feet so they are hip width distance apart. That's 2 fist widths if you wish to measure. Let the crown of your head hang toward the earth as your chin is tucked towards your chest. Little bend in your knees or not. Start to sway your elbow back toward one knee, then the other. Breathe. Decompress your low back. Let this feel awesomely wonderful. Finish up. Come back to the midline of your body. Eyes can be opened or closed. Let's think about your toes. Just lift your big toe up. The big toe, keep the other 4 down. Plant your big toe solidly on your mat. Try to lift the other 4 toes up. Oh, that's a challenge. Place your feet solidly on your mat. Bring your hands down to your mat. Take a child's pose. Knees can be together and you can find a block. Bring the block to the top of your mat, knees together, big toes touch, hips back to your heels. The block can bring the ground up to you as you rest your head. Arms down by your side, palms face up. Lengthen through your spine. Remove the block if you don't want to use it. Stay here in your child's pose. An option, an alternative, just equally as good, is to spread your knees wide, send your hips back to your heels, reach your arms long to the top of your mat or to the top of your block. Let your head rest on a block or onto your mat. Breathe in, breathe out. Each exhale, think of sending your tailbone further back towards your heels. Breathe in, breathe out. Enjoy the stretch in the quads, the knees, the ankles. They're getting a nice stretch. It's all good. Now maybe close your lips and breathe in and out of your nose for Ujjayi Pranayama breath. Deepen your breath. Listen to the breath in the back of your throat. And remember, deep breaths, and let your breath be the driver of your poses. Typically in today's practice, every day our practices are different, but in our Tuesday and Saturday practices, your breath is what drives this practice. One breath, one movement. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Come back to this child's pose anytime you want. Your practice, your call. We'll move through the practice quickly, so you won't be in any pose for a terribly long period of time. You'll get through it. And now let's come out of this pose if that speaks to you. Bring your hands underneath your shoulders. Bring your knees underneath your hips. Tuck your toes towards your shins. Send your hips high to the sky. Let's take our first downward facing dog. All right, we're going to come back to this a lot too, so listen up. Your body is like an inverted V, tailbone high to the sky, feet hip width distance apart, heels slightly elevated for today's downward facing dog. Hands shoulder width distance apart, fingers spread wide. Push into your thumb and your pointer finger a little bit more to alleviate any tension on the wrists. If it is uncomfortable for your wrists, you could always fold your mat over. You could place your hands into fists if you prefer, or you could drop down to your forearms. It's all a great variation of your downward facing dog. Now let's pedal our dog, bringing one heel closer to the earth than the other. Your neck is an important part here. Let your neck hang heavy as you gaze back to your knees or up towards your belly button. Pedal it out. Breathe. Remember your downward facing dog. We come back to it often. Still your feet. Walk your feet up to meet your hands or your hands back to meet your feet. When you're ready, sweep your arms up. Come on up to the extended mountain pose. Lengthen up here. Take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, hands float to prayer center. Tell yourself your positive little statement. Can't say enough positive things about yourself. Fold forward in half. We've done this before. Arms reach toward the earth. Inhale, halfway lift. So place your hands on your shins, your knees, whatever it takes to create a flat tabletop-like back. Bring your shoulders back. Press your hands into your legs, lengthen through the crown of your head and your tailbone. This is your halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward. Walk your hands forward. Let's do our first Chaturanga Dandasana. All right, so classic Chaturanga Dandasana. I'll show you that first, then I'll show you some modifications. Hinge forward, come into a high plank. Press into your hands, shoulders under your wrists. Legs are long. Take a deep breath in. Exhale. Come to a low plank. Hug your elbows in. Then straighten your elbows as you inhale. We're going to be lifted here. Gaze forward in your upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Been there before. Tuck your toes towards your shin. Lift your hips high to the sky. Take your downward facing dog and pedal. All right, modifications are coming. Hang with it. Walk your feet to your hands or your hands to your feet. Inhale, arms sweep up, extended mountain. Lift here, you know this. Exhale, hands through prayer center. I am strong. Fold forward, hands to the earth. Inhale, halfway lift, back is long and straight. Exhale, plant your hands on your mat. Here's a modification. Come down to your knees. Why not? Hinge forward, weight into the arms. Take a low plank. Hug the elbows in, lower your chest toward the earth. Inhale, upward facing dog. Straighten through the arms. Tops of your feet are on your mat. Gaze forward. Tuck your toes under. Send your hips back to your down dog, or if you want to stay down on your mat, spread your knees wide. Remember that child's pose with the wide-legged variation? Do that here. Totally good. I'm going to come back to downward facing dog. Walk your feet to your hands or your hands to your feet. I only walk my hands to my feet all the time because that's the way the camera is in this room. You do what's right for you and shake it up. Arms lift, extended mountain. Exhale, hands through prayer center as you fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift, back lengthens. Exhale, plant your hands, another Chaturanga Dandasana. Your way. Maybe you skip it and just go back to down dog. I'm going to go high plank. Exhale, low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog. Maybe take it on your knees. That's good too. Exhale, downward facing dog. Hips are high. Breathe and pedal. Still your feet. One more time. Feet to hands or hands to feet. Inhale, arms sweep up. Extended mountain. Exhale, hands through prayer center, forward, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hands plant. Your variation of Chaturanga Dandasana. High plank. Exhale, low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Pedal. Sigh it out, breathe, shake your neck. Don't stress over it. It's enjoyable. It's good movement. Walk your feet to meet your hands, or your hands back to meet your feet. Inhale, arms sweep up, extended mountain. Let's go into a sun salutation V. So a little different, little the same. Arms lift. Bend your knees. Bend your knees as if you're sitting back into a chair. Maybe you're literally seated in a chair. It's all good. Arms reach. Arms are a counterbalance. Sink low. Those toes, look down at them. Wiggle them. Lift them up and give them a wiggle. Reach through your arms. Sink lower in your bottom. Sun Salutation B begins with this pose, Utkatasana, chair pose. When you're ready, hands to prayer center. Straighten the legs and fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift, been here before. Exhale, plant your hands, Chaturanga Dandasana, your way. Where I'm gonna go, high plank, low plank, upward facing dog as the arms straighten. Exhale, downward facing dog, hips are high, and pedal them. Neck is loose, shake it. When you're ready, right leg kicks high. Exhale, sweep it through to a low lunge. When you're ready, right foot is in between your two front hands. Come on up to standing. Plant your back foot down at a 90 or 45 degree angle so your feet are down, nice and flat on your mat. Right toes, wiggle them forward to the top of the mat. You want to put a big bend in this right leg, keeping your knee over your ankle. So you can almost set a cup of coffee on that thigh. Nice and straight. Arms tee out, lengthen up here. Imagine squeezing this mat together, really good and strong with your strong thighs. Sink low, bottom stays planted as if it were in cement. It's only the top body that's gonna move. Inhale, lengthen up, turn your head to the right, reach your fingers, reach your arm to the front of the room, look over your right middle finger, and then tick-tock your arms 6 and 12. Keep your knee over your ankle. Arms are in a 6 and 12 o'clock position. Look up to that 12 o'clock. Reach that 12 o'clock. Forward, 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 as if it were coming to that's 3 o'clock. Stretch. Inhale, reverse warrior. Everything comes up. Right arm goes high, left arm goes low. Right arm goes straight up. Then take it to a reverse warrior. Right arm reaches to the back of your room. A little different here. Tee out your arms. Bring both feet parallel to the short sides of your mat. Lengthen up. Exhale, fold forward. Fold forward here. Hands to the ground. Gaze back between your legs. Maybe grab your calves or keep your hands on the earth. Decompress your spine. Think of your head coming closer to the earth. Maybe pull on your calves. Now inhale. Tee out your arms, rise on up to standing. Let's take it on the other side. Left toes go toward the back of your mat. Sink the left knee over the left ankle. Right foot is solid and planted. Arms tee out, squeeze the mat, lengthen up. Exhale, look over your extended left arm. Reach long. Tick-tock, straight up, straight down. Look up, maybe reach far forward. Reverse warrior, come on up, shoulders come up. Arm goes down the back leg, other arm lifts up to the sky. Maybe it reaches to the back, to the front of your room. And then tick-tock, 6 and 12. Place your hands down by your left foot. Send your left foot back to meet the right. Chaturanga Dandasana, high plank, low plank, upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Pedal and breathe. Left leg, kick it high to the sky. Sweep it through to a low lunge. Inhale, rise on up to standing. Feet are planted. Arms tee out. Sink low. Check out that front knee. Is it over the ankle? Bring it over the ankle. Arms tee out, you lengthen up. Warrior two pose. When you're ready, look to the left. Reach to the left. Tick-tock, 6 and 12. Reach the top arm forward. Inhale, reverse warrior, right arm down, left arm up. Reach, maybe that arm reaches to the back. Exhale, come back to standing, arms tee out. Feet, short sides of your foot, pinky toes to the short sides of your mat. Lengthen up, exhale, fold forward. Fold forward, grab your calves. When you're ready, tee out the arms. Inhale, rise up. Take a big breath in and a big breath out. Turn the other way. Right toes to the top of your mat. Left foot still planted. Right knee over right ankle. Same thing, other side. Arms tee out, lengthen up, squeeze your mat. Reach forward, tick-tock, look up, reach forward. Inhale, reverse warrior. Right arm goes up, left arm goes down. The top arm that's reaching to the sky, reach it to the back of your mat. As you're ready, cartwheel your arms. Chaturanga Dandasana. Hands surround the front foot. Foot goes back to meet the other one. Your variation of a Chaturanga Dandasana. Maybe it's high plank on your knees. Take it to a low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog, chest shines forward. Exhale, down dog, hips go back in a wide-legged child's pose, or to your down dog. Pedal and breathe. Still your feet. Walk your feet to meet your hands, or your hands to meet your feet. Inhale, halfway lift, back is long. Exhale, fold forward. Wiggle your toes. Inhale, arms sweep up. Extended mountain. Exhale, chair pose, sink your bottom down, reach your arms forward. Inhale, lengthen through the arms. Exhale, sink lower. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, sit lower. Inhale, lengthen. This time, exhale, hands to prayer center, legs straight and fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift, back is flat. Exhale, plant your hands on your mat, Chaturanga Dandasana. Your way. Maybe you go back to a down dog. Maybe you take high plank, low plank, upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg kicks high. Exhale, sweep it through to your low lunge. Inhale, rise up, plant your feet, tee out your arms for warrior two. Check out your right knee. Inhale, lengthen up. Exhale, look over your right middle finger and then reach. Tick-tock, 6 and 12, left arm lifts. Inhale, right arm lifts, reverse warrior. Tee out your arms. Pinky toe sides to the short sides of your mat. Hinge forward in your modified Pasarita Padahastasana pose. Hands grab calves or the earth. Inhale, arms tee out as you rise on up. Left foot to the bottom of the mat, toes pointing forward. Sink into that knee. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, look. Reach. Tick-tock. Reach that top arm forward. Reverse warrior, right arm down, left arm up. Reach that arm back. And when you're ready, cartwheel your arms. Chaturanga Dandasana. Left foot meets right. High plank, low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Pedal it out. One more time. Left foot lifts. Exhale, it sweeps through, low lunge. Inhale, rise up, settle in, put a smile on your face. Inhale, lengthen up. Exhale, maybe work that knee a little more forward as you settle into that warrior two pose. Look to the left, exhale, reach to the left. Tick-tock, 6 and 12, look up, reach forward. Exhale, inhale, arm comes down, left arm reaches, breathe. Reach the arm to the back of the room. Exhale, come back to your Pasarita Padahastasana. Feet to the short sides of the mat, lengthen. Exhale, fold forward, grab your calves, your thighs, grab nothing at all. Maybe the earth, breathe. Inhale, rise up, arms tee out, feet to the other side. Right toes point forward, back foot down. Settle into the knee, arms tee out, look right, reach right, tick-tock, 6 and 12. Look up, reach forward. Inhale, reverse warrior. Right arm goes up, left arm goes down. Reach to the back of your room. As you're ready, one more Pasarita. Arms tee out. Toes to the short side of your mat. Hinge forward, grab to your calves, breathe. Tee out your arms, inhale, rise on up. Nice job. Bring your feet to meet each other. Bring your hands back to a prayer center position. Lengthen up, repeat your mantra to yourself. Big breath in and big breath out. All right, face the top of your mat. Take a big step forward with your right foot. As you step forward with your right foot, back foot goes down. Plant it solidly at a 45 or 90 degree angle. Maybe work your right foot a little more toward the pinky side of the foot so your feet aren't in a straight line. You've got like railroad tracks. Your feet are on railroad tracks as opposed to being right behind each other on a tight wire. So we're going to do triangle pose. To do that, keep both legs nice and straight. No bend in the knee. See, this is like how you go into your warrior two. Keep your knees straight. Tee out your arms, send your chest forward, and then tick-tock your arms, 6 and 12. Right arm is pressing into that leg. Left arm is going up to the sky. Maybe send your gaze up to the sky as well. Imagine your body as if it were, kind of pressed between pieces of glass. Lift up here, arms tee out. Let's flip our feet. Right foot comes so the short side is parallel to the top of your mat. Other foot, you turn it so it is facing the front of your mat. Legs are long and straight. Let's tee out our arms and then slowly tick-tock your arms. Inner arm, left arm comes down to the left leg or right arm to the right leg, depending upon how you're doing this. Right arm goes high. Let that arm slide down without compromising and bringing the right shoulder forward. Keep your shoulders in line, look up towards your hands, breathe. Take your triangle pose. Come on up, tee out your arms. Bring your hands to prayer center. Bring your feet to a natural position with short sides of the feet to the short sides of the mat. Bring your legs together to meet. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out as you fold forward. Walk your hands forward. Let's bend our knees and come into a bear plank. All right, just bend your knees and hover them above the earth. Shoulders are again over your wrists. Knees are just an inch or so above the ground. Push into your mat and hold it here with your strong core. In your core poses, in your plank pose, everything is engaged, right? Everything feels tight right here, right now. You are strong. You got it. Don't give up. Don't quit. And when you're ready, let's come out. Come down to your knees, grab a seat, and let's do some core things. Grab a drink if you want. That's always good. Soles of the feet touch, knees open wide, Supta Baddha Konasana sit-ups. Hands to prayer center. Tell yourself your little mantra, I am perfect. How's that? Go for that. Lengthen up, exhale slowly, come on down. Now as you come on down with control, try to avoid the clunk. At the end, work it on back. Maybe right about here you want to clunk, so take your hands and just train your core how to come down slowly. Come on down slowly. Rest your shoulders on your mat, knees open wide. Adjust your heels so it feels good for you. Fingers lightly to your temples. If you're in your chair, put that block under your feet, open up your knees wide, and we're just going to crunch on down towards your thighs. Here in the reclined position, we're going to keep our elbows and knees open wide, and we are going to crunch up, sending the chin up to the sky, and then come on down. And you come up on the exhale, down on the inhale. Why? Because when you exhale, think about it, you're hollowing out your belly, allowing you to lift more. If your belly's all pooched out in a big inhale, it's harder to lift up. All right, lift and lower, and breathe. Shoulders come up, but knees and elbows stay open wide. Let's finish. Come on down, shoulders down, knees down. Let's take a bicycle pose. So bring your knees together at the midline of your body. You could keep your feet down, that's fine. Keep your hands back at your temples with your elbows open wide. As you exhale, you could lift up in the shoulders and twist to bring opposite elbow toward opposite knee. Twist, twist, twist. Another variation would be to lift your legs, having your knees over your hips. Draw your toes towards your shins. reach out, pedal with your heels as if you were on a recumbent bike. What's nice here is you can really feel your tailbone plugged into the mat. All right, hands can be on your hips, hands could be on your temples. You could peel your shoulders up, and you could reach opposite elbow toward opposite knee here as well. Another option, so many options, straighten your legs and scissor kick them. So your bicycle, you do it your way. The other day we did a Pilates bicycle. We'll do that on Friday as well. All right, let's finish here. Come on down, take your stick pose. Legs long, inhale, arms high overhead. Point your toes, reach your fingers, stretch it out so you look like a big number one. Breathe in, breathe out. All right, boat pose, Navasana. Your call how you want to do this. Now, if you have osteoporosis or osteopenia, check with your doctor because it's not good to rock on your spine. What I'm going to do is I'm going to draw my knees toward my chest, and I'm going to take my hands behind my hamstrings, right behind the knees. Hugging the elbows in, I'm going to rock and roll up a couple of times. Rock and roll, have fun with it. When was the last time you rocked on your spine? It was yoga class, right? We do this often. All right. You do what's right for you and only you. Press on up to a seated position, but that seated position, you're in a recliner. So lean on back. Shoulders, don't let them hunch forward. Our shoulders are too hunchy most of the time anyway. Send your shoulders back. Chest is lifted. Back is nice and flat. Good posture here. Lift one leg or the other or both. Hold it here. Lean on back. Breathe. Other days we use the strap. It's up to you, but just shake it up. Try something different. Maybe legs are extended long, maybe one hand, then the other come from behind the legs. As they reach forward, hold it. Maybe arms lift higher, hold it. Sit back in your recliner. Remember, shoulders back. Bring your hands to prayer center and then row your boat. Put a little bend in your knees if that feels better. Row, row, row your boat. Finish back at prayer center. Feet come down to your mat. Wrap your forearms around your shins. Lengthen up. Exhale. Balancing. Let's tuck our toes onto the earth. Heels lift. Lean on back like you're in that recliner again. But this time, you're just balancing on your bottom. Tuck your chin to your chest. Maybe your forehead to your knees. And circle your ankles this way and that. Balance. Plant your feet on your mat, crisscross at the knees. Send your hands down to the mat and come back to a down dog. All right, remember this one. Pedal it out, loosen your neck, let it be. Still your feet, walk your feet to your hands or your hands to your feet. While you're here, your feet about hip width distance. Place one hand under your right hand under right foot, left hand under left foot. So your hands are going under your feet, so the tops of your toes are touching your wrists. Send your knees a little wide, make room for your belly between your thighs. Elbows, draw them tight and strong to the side of your room. Let your head hang heavy as you take your gorilla pose. Breathe in, breathe out. Release your hands from underneath your feet. If you wore rings, I bet you won't wear rings to yoga again. Wiggle your fingers, let them be. When you're ready, arms sweep up as you inhale. Take your extended mountain pose, lengthen up. Breath in, breath out, hands float through prayer center. Say your mantra, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift, spine is long. Exhale, plant your hands on your mat, Chaturanga Dandasana, take it your way. I'm gonna hinge forward, high plank. Exhale, low plank. Press the earth away, upward facing dog. Ooh, those ankles are getting a stretch because you're on the tops of your feet here. Exhale, downward facing dog, toes toward the shin, tailbone high. Shake your neck, loosen it up. Inhale, right leg kicks high. Exhale, sweep it through to your low lunge. Foot comes between the two front hands. When you're ready, rise on up to a standing position. Back heel is lifted, right foot is solid. Again, maybe toe heel your feet a little further apart so you're like on railroad tracks as opposed to a tight wire. Maybe that feels better. All right, so we're gonna bend into this right knee, knee over ankle. We're gonna bend the left leg too. Hold on here, either to your hips or arms go up high, taking your lunge. You can be on that back knee on the ground or not. Lengthen up, little baby back bend. Hands back to prayer center as you exhale. Left elbow outside of the left knee. Hands are stacked and your elbow is stacked. Nothing wrong with being down on your back knee. We're all going to come there in a second. Lengthen up, exhale, twist. Inhale, lengthen, exhale, twist. Look at your right hand, look at your hands, look at your right elbow. Maybe come down to the knee, that's all right. Inhale, lengthen, exhale, twist. Maybe look over your shoulder. Exhale, hands back to prayer center. Plant your hands down inside your right front foot. Back knee comes down. Top of the left foot is on the mat. Wiggle your right toes to the top right corner of your mat. Here's your runner's lunge. You can find your block. You can place your block underneath your hands. Left leg is long and straight. That's what we're really going for. Put a towel under your knee if it doesn't feel good. Right toes, you can bring your right foot onto the pinky toe side of the foot. Press into your block or press your forearms into your block. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, rest. You can drop down to a half-size block if you want, or drop all the way down to the mat. Breathe in your runner's lunge. We don't stay here long. Inhale, press into your hands. Send your leg back to meet the other leg. We're going to take a side plank. Use your left arm as your foundation. Shoulder over wrist. You can stay on your bottom left knee. You can lift your right leg up, lift your arm up, and look up. Totally fine. Good variation. Another variation, your legs are long, side by side, kind of like a kickstand. Look up. And at its fullest expression, ankles are glued shut, wrist over shoulder, or shoulder over wrist, that's it. And then lift your arm up. Arms are like in a straight line. Look up, hold up, lift your hips up. Finish. Hand comes down. You come back to a down dog where you pedal it. Shake your neck. Let's do the other side. Left leg lifts high. Sweep it through in between your two front hands. Rise on up, all 10 toes are shining forward. Bend into that back knee, gently, slowly lowering it down. Ooh, that ground seems so far away. You don't have to bring it all the way down. Hover it above the earth if you like you did in your bear plank. Inhale, arms lift. Baby back bend if you want. Hands back to prayer center. Right elbow outside of the left knee. Hands are stacked, elbows stacked. Inhale, lengthen, exhale, twist. Inhale, lengthen, exhale, twist. You got to do that inhale, lengthen, and then exhale, twist, twist, twist. Look over your left shoulder. And finish up, hands back to prayer center. Come down to that back knee if you're not already there. Hands inside the left front foot. Wiggle your toes to the top left corner. Send your right leg super duper long on the mat so you feel the stretch in the right hip flexor. Use a block to bring the ground up to you. Open up the left toe onto the left foot onto the pinky toe side. Press into the block with your forearms if you want. Press into a half block with your forearms, or come on down to the earth and press your forearms into it. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, settle in. It's time for side plank. Press into your arms. Send your left foot back to meet the right. Let's take it on the opposite side. Right arm is now your foundation. Shoulder over wrist. Take it on that knee. Nobody's judging you. It's a big pose. Take the variation that speaks best to you. I'm going to lift on up and finish. Hands down to the mat. Downward facing dog. Shaking the neck. You can sneak in a Chaturanga Dandasana here if you like, or just, as we say, take the dog for a walk. Pedal your heels, your call. I'm gonna go high plank, low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Pedal. Feet walk to meet the hands, or hands to meet the feet. Inhale, halfway lift, remember that flat back? Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, arms sweep up. Extended mountain. Take a big breath in. Exhale, float your hands to prayer center. Take a breath here, take a moment here, maybe take a drink here. Come back to your mantra. Breathe in, breathe out. Tree pose, Vrikasana. If you got a chair, maybe you hold on to the chair for a little bit of balance. Totally fine. Maybe you hold on to a wall. It's all good. All right, gonna root into one leg. Open up the other leg so the knee is to the side of the room. So you got that little ballerina foot going on. Bring the heel of the bent foot inside the ankle. You can bring it a little higher or higher still. You just don't want to place it on your knee. Push the foot into the leg and the leg back into the foot. Hands on your hips, on a chair, or grow your branches. Sway here to challenge your balance. Okay, tips to help. Look up to where the ceiling and the wall meet. I thought this was an interesting fact. As you age, obviously, your sense of balance declines. It goes away. But if you work on your balance, the sensation, the ability, the capability comes back. So stick with it. Guide your knee to the front of the room, hands back to prayer center, plant your right foot next to your left. There's your tree pose. You balanced. Good work. All right, root into the other foot. Open up the other leg to the other side of the room. Hands to prayer center or on a chair. Foot lifts a little, maybe kickstands, or maybe you lift it a lot. Foot presses into the leg, leg into the foot. Hands to prayer center, focus. Don't look at me. Don't look at anything that's moving. Look up to this between the ceiling and the wall where they meet. Grow your branches, sway your branches intentionally or not. If you fall out, get right back in. Don't quit. You're not a quitter. When your hands are ready, bring them back to prayer center. Guide the knee to the front of the room and then slowly plant your left foot next to your right. Good balancing. Let's do some more. Major compression of the joints with eagle pose, Garandasana. Take it in your chair, take it in layers. It's all good. Feels really good for the elbows and the knees. First step, chair pose. Arms reach, knees sit. If you're in a chair, you got it. Just reach through the arms. Doesn't feel good in your shoulders? Variations. Hands to opposite shoulders, or always back to prayer center, a good place to be. I'm gonna reach my arms long. I'm gonna sweep my right arm under my left. Palms touch, elbows down, gaze over your fingers. Sink a little lower in your seat. You could always give yourself a big hug, too, by teeing out the arms, allowing the arms to cross the midline of the body, and just hug your fingers towards your spine. All right, so here, big compression. Feel it in your shoulders, feel it in your elbows. I'm gonna take the right foot. I'm gonna lift it up and cross my right leg over my left. I'm gonna squeeze high in my upper inner thighs. I'm gonna take the top of my right foot and hook it behind my left calf. Gonna sink lower and bringing my shoulders back some more. Tight, tight compression, squeeze, and finish. Right foot meets left. Unfold your body. Come back to your extended mountain as you inhale. Other side, exhale into your chair. Take the arm variation that you want to take. I'm gonna sweep my left arm under my right. Palms touch, elbows squeeze down. Look over the fingers. I'm gonna lift my left leg now. Cross it over my right. Top of my left foot behind my right calf. I'm gonna sink lower, bring my shoulders back some more, and gaze over my fingertips. Sink low, squeeze tight. You got it. Finish. Left foot meets right, arms unfurl, arms go up, baby back bend. Come back to standing, shoulders over your hips, hands to prayer center. Take a deep breath in. And a deep breath out. All right, dancer pose. For your dancer pose, this is a real challenge. Maybe your chair is in front of you with the back of the chair where you can reach it. I'm gonna lift my arms up. That's step one. You've got this. Step two, start to circle your right arm to the back of the room. Maybe that's right where you stay. It's all good. Don't let anybody, especially you, tell yourself otherwise. All right, keep going. When you're ready, weight into the left foot, take your right hand, bend the right knee. Take that right hand, capture inside the right foot, all 5 fingers. Draw your knees together, hold on to that foot, kick into your back right hand. As you kick into your back right hand, you're leaning forward, you're hinging forward, your left fingers point forward, you're kicking to the back wall, then you're kicking up to the sky. Maybe your hands rest on the chair. Maybe you fall out, no big deal. Get right back into your pose. Kick, reach, stretch, find your strong balance in your strong foundational foot. Finish up, right foot meets left. Arms sweep back up. Other side, left arm sweeps back. Root into your right leg and prepare to catch the inside of your left foot. Hold it, knees come back together, lengthen up through your right fingers. Kick into your left hand, reach far forward, kick, reach, kick back, and then kick up and reach. Finish, left foot meets right, hands back to prayer center, deep breath in, and deep breath out. Fold forward as you exhale. Inhale, halfway lift, back is flat. Exhale, plant your hands on your mat, come into your down dog. Hips are high, heels are lifted, neck is loose. Right leg kicks high. Exhale, Ekapada Rajaka Patasana. Right knee bends as you exhale. Right knee comes behind your right wrist. Left leg goes long for your half pigeon pose. Left leg is long and straight. Work your right shin more parallel to the top of your mat. Press into your hands, keeping your hips equidistant to the mat. Press into your hands and look forward. Feel the stretching in the glutes. Tuck your back left toes under. Send your right leg back to meet the left in a three-legged down dog. Circle it around. Foot comes down to the mat. Left leg kicks high. Exhale, same thing here. Bring your left knee, it's really bent, left knee behind the left wrist. Right leg goes super duper long on your mat, top of the right foot on your mat. Work your left shin a little more parallel to the top of your mat. Press into your hands and look forward. Enjoy that stretch in your glutes. Lots of ways to take it. We'll take it this way today. All right, right toes tuck under. Left foot finds its way back to a three-legged down dog. Shake it out. Left foot meets right on your mat. Hinge forward, high plank. All right, come all the way down to your belly. Take it slowly with control. You got this. All the way down to your belly. Hands are under your collarbones. Send your legs long. Tops of your feet are on your mat. Push the tops of your feet into your mat. Hug your elbows in towards your upper back. Take a deep breath in. Neck is long and not turning. Exhale, let it all go as you prepare for Cobra Pose, Bhujangasana. Inhale, lift your head on up, pressing the tops of your feet into your mat as best you can. Little to no weight in your hands. Squeeze your elbows towards your spine, squeeze your elbows down towards your heels. Come on down. Arms down by your side. Turn your head so your left cheek is on your mat. Breathe in, breathe out. Bring your chin back to the center of your mat. Floor bow, Dhanurasana. Bend your knees and maybe just kick yourself in the bottom. Stay right here, no problem. Maybe you take your hands, capture the outsides of your ankles. Your knees will have wiggled apart. Bring them back to the midline. Hug your heels towards your bottom. Big inhale. Big exhale, sigh it out. Inhale, kick into your feet. Kick into your feet, balance on your pelvis, gaze forward, kick harder into your feet, lift your thighs up. Come on down. Arms release. Turn your head so your right cheek is on your mat. Shoulders away from the ears. Inhale, head back to the center. Bend your elbows again and put your hands under your collarbones. Press on up to a seal pose. Hold here, gaze is forward. When you're ready, come on up to standing on your knees. Little gentle camel today. Remember we had our hands at our low back before? Let's do it again. Fingers can be down or fingers can be up. Push your hips forward. Look up to where the ceiling and the wall meet, or maybe you look even higher overhead. Push your hips forward. Breathe. Finish. Come on down, shoulders over your hips. Have a seat on your heels. Take a big breath in. Hands to prayer center. Say your mantra. Big breath out. Swing your legs around. Extend them long, toes up toward the sky, arms reach high. Exhale, reach forward, forward, forward. Reach towards your ankles, look toward your knees. Hug your elbows in toward your knees. Inhale, rise on up, shoulders over your hips, come on down. Soles of your feet are on your mat, bring your hands to prayer center, recline. Hold on, stay strong, bridge pose, arms by your sides, heels up towards your bottom. Push your hips up to the sky. Lift them high, tuck your shoulders under your back. Lift them high, stay high here. Push hard into your feet. Roll your spine down, one vertebra at a time. Extend your left leg long. Hug your right knee in. Circle the right ankle in both directions. Plant the right foot down. Send the right leg long. Bend the left leg. Lift the knee up. Hug the left knee in. Circle, circle, circle the ankle. Plant the foot down. Send the leg long. Take a deep breath in as you hug your knees up. Hug your left knee towards your left armpit, right knee towards your right armpit. Rock a little bit from side to side for happy baby. Maybe work your hands inside your calves. Maybe work your hands down to your heels. Hold your heels, draw your toes towards your shins, and send one leg up to the sky, then the other. Happy baby in its fullest expression. Maybe send both legs up to the sky, real attractive pose, right? Hold on to the insides of your feet, open up your legs like a letter V, and then release your hands, knees together, bend your knees, soles of the feet down, legs long, final Shavasana. Grab your towel and your eye shade, cover your eyes. Legs long, heels toward the edges of your mat. Arms down by your sides, wiggle your shoulders so you're comfy here. Palms can be face up or face down. You make the call. Breathe in and breathe out. Strength, power, it's within your reach. Let your pinky toes fall toward the edges of your mat. Feel that external rotation of your hips. You just got to try every little bit. You know how much you need to try. You know how much your body needs to try, how much effort it needs to put forth. Just put forth a little effort, and before you know it, you will get stronger and stronger every day. Deep breaths in, deep breaths out. Eyes are relaxed. This is your final Shavasana pose. Stay here longer if you like by hitting pause on your remote. When you're ready to resume the practice, just hit play again. You know, it's nice to stay in your final Shavasana for, 5 minutes. What's 5 minutes? It goes by so fast. Maybe 10 minutes. You decide. Take a deep breath in. And a deep breath out. When you're ready to return to the world, start to wiggle your fingers and toes. Circle your wrists and those hard-working ankles. Inhale, big stretch, reach high overhead, like the stretch you take before you get out of bed in the morning. See, you do yoga first thing every day. When you're ready, bend your knees, bend your elbows, roll on to one side or the other. Use your low arms bicep as a pillow for your head. Top shoulder is soft. Breathe here. Slowly float on up and, always be mindful of what you're doing. Use your hands if you want to, or be mindful and say, I'm not using my hands because my core is strong. I can sit up here without the use of my hands. Crisscross your legs, however's comfortable in your seated position. Hands to prayer center. Press your thumbs into your chest. Hands at prayer. Come back to your mantra. Lengthen up. And exhale, soften up. All right, blink your eyes open. You did it. Congratulations. 1 hour of yoga. Fantastic. All right, you took a stress number in the beginning. What was it? And now, what is it? Remember that. Every day, work on being stronger. Every day, join our practice. Every day is different. You can do them, all of them, because you modify them. Be strong, be healthy, and be happy too. All right, love you guys. See you tomorrow on your mat. Same place, same time. Bye. Love you. Hello, girl. She's fun. Good girl. You're still here, and I'm really glad for that. Keep this in mind. The path is made through repetition. Keep showing up, and good things will happen. You know that. I'm glad that you're still sticking around. Tell your friends what the yoga's doing for you. Our yoga is free for anybody and everybody on Facebook and YouTube, and they can join in anytime from the privacy of their own home. Tell them about our practice, please. If you'd like to support our broadcast, you can visit our website. It's www.316yoga.com. Stay on your path, enjoy your yoga, and have a great rest of your day. See you on your mats tomorrow.